we talked about wireless. Yes, we have wireless. SonicWall's wireless has come a long way. Since I joined about 10 years ago, we now have two product lines. We've got the SonicWave 200 series, which is the one we go to market the most. This also competes with all the vendors out there, Meraki, Ubiquiti, all those guys. And then we have the SonicWave 400 series, which is for the high density enterprise type kind of rollouts. Or if you want to build a backbone, you can use the SonicWave 400s for the backbone and the SonicWave 200s for the breakout to all the endpoints on your network. When we launched this, we also launched Wi-Fi Cloud Manager, which was your tool to manage all the APs in the cloud. We had a free Wi-Fi planner, and we had an app to deploy the APs. Sadly, the Wi-Fi Cloud Manager and the Sonic Wi-Fi mobile app was end of life last month because we have launched two new tools. We have replaced the Wi-Fi Cloud Manager with Wireless Network Manager, and we have added all the wireless features to the SONICEXPRESS app, giving you a single app that can now do firewall, AP, and switch configuration for zero touch and easy deployment. So when you sell wireless to a customer, it's not a quick thing. It's a long journey and a process. Firstly, you speak to the customer, get them interested, plan your project, and then you plan your project again, and you plan your project again. And when you've planned it for the fourth time, you know you're ready, you can then purchase, deploy, and manage. Planning is the key part, and planning is where most Wi-Fi projects fail because you don't plan properly, and when you come to rollout stage, you realize there's not enough APs, or they're not placed properly, and the whole project is a failure, and the customer is very unhappy. So with that in mind, we then created the Wi-Fi Planner to assist our partners in rolling out Wi-Fi networks and making sure we specify, we help with the planning phase. Wi-Fi Planner is a real-life tool. You can import your floor plans, and then you can size it to get to the right scale, and then you draw in every single thing that could influence the Wi-Fi signal. That is windows, walls, desks, microwaves, light fittings, whatever is what you can draw in, you can draw in. On the planner, you can specify where you want to have Wi-Fi access, and then you can tell the planner to either automatically place the APs or you can place them manually. As soon as you place the APs, the planner will then create a heat map and show you your coverage plan or your coverage where you've got coverage. At this stage, you can then move the APs around and see what the effect will be, because when you move AP around, it look at the environment and it will see how far the signal can be broadcasted. And when you are happy with the layout, you can let the plan print out a report. That report you can then give to the customer and say, listen, Mr. Customer, here's what we suggest for your Wi-Fi rollout. And at the end of the report, there's a whole bill of material specifying exactly how many APs you would need for the deployment. Really a great tool and free to all our partners that sell our SonicWave products. Then to help deploy our Sonic APs, our SonicWave APs, we also have switches. The switches were meant not for core layer 3 deployments, but more to help on the edge and to make sure we get the maximum APs and rolled out and make sure we can manage those APs easily. So with that, we launched the SonicWall switches, and they come in two flavors. You get the desktop switches and the rack mount switches. Both come with and without PoE, and the full switch is PoE capable. So the 24-port switch, all 24 ports are PoE capable. Every switch has a PoE budget, and as long as you don't oversubscribe the PoE budget, you can use all the interfaces for PoE if you're required to do so. All the switches are zero touch ready to make it easy to deploy in a fast growing network. Just to review the switches, so there's two models. There's the SonicWall Switch 12 series, which is the desktop modules, and then there's a SonicWall Switch 14, which is the rack mount modules, and they come in 24-port and 48 ports, all with SFP uplinks to give you a great network. All the switches can be managed via the cloud, via Wireless Network Manager, or via the switch. If you pair it with the switch, you can configure the switch from the firewall, and the firewall will then see the switch as an extension of the firewall, and you can assign VLANs, port shield interfaces, all of that directly from the GUI of the firewall. If you like to manage the switch from the cloud, you can do all the configuration via the cloud and have a single pane of glass from that view. To deploy it, we now have the SonicExpress app, and we've added the switch and the firewall and the AP to the same app. So basically, you get to site, you scan your device, connect it if it's a firewall, and deploy the base config to the device, and within minutes, your device will be up and running. Really a great way to deploy hardware very quickly. To manage all of this, I said we replaced WCM with WNM, and Wireless Network Manager is the new wireless manager for your switch and your APs. The GUI is pretty much the same as it was before with WCM, but now we've added all the features to manage your switches as well. Just some of the enhancements that we added to WNM. There's some new dashboards, new alerts and logs. We support all the new devices on the switch layer. We create new policies for the network configuration. And on the Wi-Fi side, we've got you now have the custom email addresses to receive auto-generated reports. We added some more new reports, more profiles. You can now tag your APs, and you can do multiple firmware upgrades per device selection. So if you're running multiple device types, we can do upgrades of them all at the same time. Really a lot of enhancements coming out, and with every release, it's just getting stronger and better than it was before.